You are listening to Vocabulary Builder from Perfect English with Danny. Learn new words every day. Welcome to another episode from Perfect English with Danny. Today we will continue with our theme of the week, describing personality. We will have 4 new adjectives to learn today. The adjectives we're going to learn are jealous, determined, economical, and confident. We have our friends Joe and Ben to help us out with the words and the translations into 5 languages. Now let me remind you that you can find the translations for these 4 adjectives in 62 different languages in the description of the episode. And also don't forget that at the end of the week, you will have a link that will take you to a web page with interactive and downloadable activities you can use to practice the 20 words of this week, retain them, and add them to your active vocabulary bank. Now, without further ado, let's get cracking. So what do you think of today's adjectives, Joe? Are you familiar with them?
Well, I have to say that I'm quite sure about jealous and confident, but I think I need to learn more about determined and economical.
That's good. There's always something new to learn, right?
Absolutely.
So let's start with our first word for today, and that is jealous. Jealous is spelled Jealous. Jealous. Now, since you are familiar with the word, why don't you give us an example from your own experience, Joe? Have you ever been jealous?
Well, I guess I have. It happened a while back when I had that beautiful girlfriend, Maria. Oh my God, she was so beautiful. I couldn't help myself not to get angry when people looked at her, especially men. Whenever she talked to a man, I would get crazy, and that showed all over me. I kind of felt that because she was so beautiful, everyone tried to take her away from me. I felt I should not let anyone talk to her or let her talk to anyone. I admit I was a little young and crazy back then. I failed to notice that because I was jealous all the time, I was not doing anything to help our relationship grow.
What happened?
Well, after some time, she got tired of me following her around and scrutinizing every single detail of her life, so she broke up with me. I got mad back then and I thought I was right to be jealous, but now I know that I lost her because of my jealousy. If I'd had enough confidence in myself, and of course in her, we might have made it together. We were a great couple.
I'm sorry to hear that, Joe. It must have hurt. But it's good that you're looking back and learning something from what happened. So, do you think it's always bad to be jealous?
Not really. To be jealous is natural and sometimes healthy to a relationship, but not when it becomes stronger than the trust between the couple. Especially when it shows lack of self-confidence in a man, like what happened with me.
Thank you for sharing your story, Joe. I really appreciate your openness. I believe now we have a very good idea of what jealous means. If someone is jealous, they feel angry or bitter because they think that another person is trying to take a lover or friend or a possession away from them. For example, Jason has several female friends and says his wife has never been jealous. But notice how jealous changes a little when we add the preposition of to it. If you are jealous of another person's possessions or qualities, you feel angry or bitter because you do not have them. So just to make sure we know the difference between jealous and jealous of, let's ask Joe. Joe, were you jealous of Maria?
No, not at all. I was proud of everything she did. I wanted her to be the best she could be. I was just jealous, but I think she might have thought that I was jealous of her, and to be honest, I might have given her reasons to believe so. But no, I was just jealous. I was never jealous of her.
Well, you see, there's a difference, and before we move to Ben and the translations of jealous into the 5 languages Ben is helping us with, I would like to compare jealous of to envious, which is a synonym of jealous. But while jealous can be both a positive and negative word, depending on the intentions of the jealous person, envious is always negative.
Why? I thought envious is the same like jealous.
Well, it has a similar meaning of jealous of, not jealous. But if you're envious of someone, you want something they have, and sometimes you would do terrible things to get what these people have.
Oh, I see. So it is more like jealous of. But don't we say, for example, he or she is so envious without using of?
Yes, you can say that. That is to say that this person wants what other people have. It's like his or her nature, which is really bad, of course.
I see.
Now let's see what Ben has for us. Hi, Ben.
Hi guys, so our word is jealous. In French, it is jaloux. In Spanish, it's celoso. In Italian, it's geloso. In Portuguese, it's ciumento. And in Arabic, it is ghayur.
Thank you, Ben. Now we will move to our second word for today, determined. determined. If you are determined to do something, you have made a firm decision to do it and will not let anything stop you.
So this is a positive adjective. It's a good thing to be determined, is it not?
Of course it is. We say, for example, the team was determined to win the match, or he was determined to finish the project by the end of the week, and so on. Actually, it's very difficult to get anything done without a level of determination.
Yes, it's like stubborn, right?
Well, not exactly. Determined is a positive thing to be, but stubborn is negative. You see, stubborn people are inflexible. They want to do what they want no matter what others say, and they are unwilling to change their mind no matter what.
But sometimes this is a good thing, isn't it? I mean, take Steve Jobs, for example, or Edison, or any of these creative people. They were stubborn, weren't they?
I would use the word determined here because Steve Jobs, Edison, or all the other great people that changed life as we know it today never gave up and followed their vision. But they knew they were right. Deep inside, they always had that feeling. Calling them stubborn would be a little unfair because they did change their mind when they realized some of their ideas were not working. They were not inflexible, you see.
All right. Now I understand. Stubborn is like determined, but it is bad because stubborn people are inflexible.
That's right. Now let's see what Ben has for us.
So our word in English is determined. It's kind of the same in other European languages. In French, it is determiné. In Spanish, it is decidido. In Italian, it's determinato. In Portuguese, it's determinado. And in Arabic, it is musir.
Thank you, Ben. Now let's move to our third word for today, economical. It is spelled economical. Economical. Well, what do you think economical means, Joe?
Well, I think it is related to economics, someone who loves or studies economics.
Actually, this is a common mistake when people confuse economical with economic. Economic is what you said, something related to the study or the field of economics, like economic growth, economic theories, economic development. But economical is different. And remember, we are talking about adjectives that describe people's personality. So economic is not related here. But economical is a personality adjective. Someone who is economical spends money sensibly and does not want to waste it on things that are unnecessary.
Well, you're talking about it as if it were a good thing. I hate it when people are like that.
Why are you saying this? To be economical is a good thing.
What are you talking about? Nobody likes cheap people.
Oh, no, you're confusing economical with stingy or mean.
Is there a difference?
Of course there is. Economical is a positive word. It doesn't mean that people do not spend any money. It just means that they know how to save their money for important things rather than waste their money on unimportant things. It is a useful trait in a world full of unnecessary temptations like the one we live in today. So don't hate the word so much. As far as I know, you are economical, aren't you?
Well, I'm just careful not to spend my money on unnecessary things, and sometimes you guys waste your money on stupid things, so...
So you are economical, not cheap. I remember once when I needed money, it was you who came first and offered to give me as much as I needed, right?
Well, that's nothing, man. What are friends for?
So, you're economical but not stingy or mean. You see what I mean?
Yes, I understand the difference now. So, economical is positive, mean and stingy are negative.
That's right. Let's see how Ben will translate economical.
Well, economical in French is économe. In Spanish, it's económico. In Italian, it's económico. In Portuguese, guess what? It's also económico. And in Arabic, it is muqtasid.
Thank you, Ben. And now for our last word for today, confident. It is spelled C-O-N-F-I-D-E-N-T, confident. Are you a confident person, Joe?
I think I am. I wasn't always like that, though. When I was younger, I had doubts in my skills and abilities. When I had an idea, I would usually keep it to myself because I was not sure if it was a good idea. And even the story I told you about at the beginning of the episode, about Maria, I did not believe a woman so beautiful would love me. So, yes, I was not always as confident as I am today.
So to be confident is just the opposite of what you said, right?
Yes, sure. To be confident is to have faith in your skills and abilities, to trust yourself, and to know you can do whatever you set out to do if you are determined.
That's right, determined. Great example. You're right. For example, we say she is a confident woman who is certain of her views. She trusts herself, and she knows that her views are good enough to be shared and implemented by her and other people.
But sometimes people go too far. Now, don't get me wrong, being confident is great, but sometimes people are too confident.
I know what you mean. Actually, we use confident as a positive word, but when a person is too confident, as you said, we say this person is self-important, arrogant, or full of himself or herself. And these are not positive expressions at all.
Yeah, for example, my manager thinks he can make no mistakes at all. All of his ideas are great, no matter what I say. He never listens, actually. I would say he is so full of himself, not confident. I am confident, but not that creature. He's not. He's arrogant.
I can see you're in love with your boss.
Well, you have no idea.
All right, so let's hear the translations of this word from Ben.
So our last word for today is confident. It is sûr de soi in French. It is seguro or segura in Spanish. It is fiducioso in Italian. It is confianchi in Portuguese. And it is wathiq in Arabic.
Thank you very much, Joe and Ben, for helping me out in this episode. The 4 words we learned today were jealous, determined, economical, and confident. I hope you understand them better now and you can go ahead and use them in your own conversations the way they are supposed to be used. This is Danny, your host, saying thank you very much for listening to another episode from Perfect English with Danny. Don't forget to check the other translations of our 4 words in the description of the episode, and don't forget the interactive and downloadable activities that will be available at the end of the week. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next episode.